Everyone expressed themselves differently. Some people like to write poetry and prose, some like to compose music and dance. However, architecture is one of the least regarded types of art. It's not an easy job to build a great home. The property market can be a very confusing, expensive, and time-consuming game, with some people looking for alternative methods to living in traditional homes. We've searched high and low to compile this list of the craziest, quirkiest, and most unusual homes across the globe to see what lengths some people have gone to create their very own home sweet home, a home in which people can feel more secure in the world than anywhere else. Throughout history, people have gone from caves to huts to castles to blocks of flats, and nowadays, it seems like you can find an example of any house design possible. If you want to use some inspiration to build a home in the future, or just want to see some people's odd ideas, this post is for you only. Would you want to live in an old church or a refurbished water tower? Or how about the world's smallest home? Or the spitting image picture from the cave of the Flintstones? In our lives, we all saw some fascinating houses, but they can't even hold a candle to the mad houses we're about to reveal, from cave residences and trees to football shelters, toilet homes, and mobile homes around the world. If you're looking for the most mind-blowing weird homes on the planet, you've come to the right place. Let's take a look at the 6 most unusual houses in the world. Before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment saying, "I subscribed," and we will personally reply to you. Number 6. Transparent House in Tokyo, Japan. Try to live in this transparent house in Tokyo, Japan, if you believe you have nothing to hide. This 914 square foot transparent home, designed by Su Fujimoto Architects, was inspired by our ancient predecessors who inhabited trees. The fascinating thing about a tree is that these positions are not separated but related to each other through their distinctive relativity. The design for the home was based on the notion of living in the house, as customers asked to live in their own homes as nomads. The spacious interior has 21 floor plates, all at various heights, and the house can be used flexibly. Persons may choose to be shut up or scattered around the house as birds settled on different tree branches. While House NA provides plenty of light for daytime, there is no assurance for confidentiality. In its appearance and layout, the building is different from its nearby houses. There are hardly any walls within the house. The house has wide glass windows for a lot of sunlight, but the downside is a lack of privacy. Number 5. World's slimiest house, Poland. The Karet house, inserted between 2 existing buildings, measures only from 92 to 152 centimeters in width. Karet house is a structure and art installation in Warsaw, Poland. It was designed by the architect Jacob Szczesny through the architecture firm Centralia, and has been described as the narrowest house in the world. The building has 2 floors, a bedroom and a kitchen, a toilet, and a living space. The chamber has 2 windows that do not open, and sunlight also reaches the walls by means of transparent glass panels. The whole interior is painted, and the electricity of building is obtained through neighboring buildings. Due to its smaller size, the house only has a small 2-beverage refrigerator, and the inhabitants use a ladder to travel from one to the next. The house has custom sanitation technology, and it is not connected to the city water network. The construction of the Karet house was supported by the Warsaw Town Hall and the Polish Modern Art Foundation. It has been named as one of the most symbolic houses in the world in 2019. And was listed on the Iconic Houses Architecture database in international projects. Built in 2012, Szczesny narrow masterpiece is legally classified as an art installation because it doesn't meet Polish housing codes, but in practice, it serves as a residence nonetheless. Constructed as a memorial to his family killed in the Holocaust, the Karet house is named after Etgar Karet, the Israeli filmmaker and author who was spontaneously asked by Szczesny to be the house's first tenant. Number 4. Old water tower turned into modern home. Belgium. Baum architecture studio architect Mauro Bingham has converted the old water tower into a livable residence in Belgium. The 30-meter-high tower, built between 1938 and 1941, was converted into a modern high-tech residential building with all the facilities for a typical home, ranging from a bedroom and a bathroom to the warehouse and a panoramic terrace. While the space serves as a private residence for the owners, a couple, they also rent part of the building out for exclusive events once or twice a month. The overall design is minimal, and many of the original elements such as the main water conduct, concrete ceilings and stairs, and the giant 250,000-liter water basin were kept to preserve the strong identity of the building. While homeowners admire the historical significance of the property, they still enjoy and still have walls wrapped around the stairwell and covered in chalkboard paint. The chalkboard paint is a recurrent feature in the kitchen area, but is mainly decorative, with words and images on the stairwell. Number 3. Dick Clark's Flintstones-inspired home, USA. Did you ever think to live in a cavernous house like that in the Stone Age? People are living in rocky houses and caves in that era. It was the idea of architect Philip John Brown, who proposed to build a house that looked like a rock formation since it is located next to the National Recreational Area of Santa Monica Mountains. With this house, the idea was made true. This house provides a spectacular view of the Pacific Ocean, Bonnie Mountains and Los Angeles aside, from its impressive design. TV legend Dick Clark is selling his Malibu residence for $3.5 million. The rocky interior of the single-story house looks just like the home of Fred and Wilma Flintstone from the iconic 60s cartoon. Malibu romantic Flintstones Retreat House, owned by American television and radio legend Dick Clark. This house sits on a 23-acre lot in Malibu, giving one a 360-degree view of mountains, seas, and cityscapes. Equipped with all of the modern necessities that you'll need to feel comfortable, like 2 bathrooms, 1 bedroom, and a spacious living room. And you'll find that this unique home is more than just a pretty face. It has all the sort of gorgeous windows that open up space, and the architecture inside matches the exterior perfectly. Walking into this home, placed on over 22 acres of untamed land, you'll feel as though you are truly part of the show yourself. You are eager to take a tour of the Flintstone house of Dick Clark. The whole property sits on more than 22 acres and is waiting for a new owner. Will it be you? Number 2. Slide House, Japan. Japanese studio-level architects has designed an unusual 3-story family house equipped with a slide that connects all 3 floors. This fun house is wrapped with staircases and a corridor on one side, and the slide on the other side, which together form a circular route around the central area of the house. A staircase goes around the other side of the house. On each floor, the occupants can decide whether to descend via the stairs or slide. The main living area is located on the 2nd floor. Keeping with the goal of creating a playful home, there is an enclosed ball pit at the center of the living space. The one large non-partitioned bedroom is located on the 3rd floor and is meant for the whole family to share. The 1,762 square foot Nakamaguro home is located in Maguro-ku, one of the municipalities of Tokyo, Japan. Would you like to build a house like this for your family? Imagine you were a kid living in a house like this. Every day would be a party, don't you think? Number 1. GIANT-SEASHELL House, Mexico. Many have wondered what life would be like living in a seashell, and that was the exact inspiration behind the beautifully crafted GIANT-SEASHELL House in Mexico. Looking at some designers' creations, one can be astonished by the power and the creativity of the human mind. Nautilus House, the GIANT-SEASHELL House in Mexico City, built in 2006, is an amazing shell-shaped house designed by architect Javier Senosian of Arquitectura Organica, and features a smooth front facade met with a giant wall of colored mosaic lighting up the living space in a stunning rainbow effect. Whether you think it looks like a giant snail or seashell, the home is definitely quite strange, but it was actually designed to blend in with the natural surroundings in what Senosian likes to call it bioarchitecture. He designed the house for a young family with 2 children who were tired of living in a conventional home and wanted to change to one integrated to nature. Let us know in the comments what you think about these unusual houses. Have you ever seen any of these? Or want to see? Let us know.